How's it going, everybody? This is Rob Novakast back with another video, and we'll be doing another episode review of the Book of Boba Fett, episode 5. Now, I'm going to be perfectly honest, I'm actually really excited to talk about this one because in episode 4, or at least talking about episode 4, I briefly noted that to an extent, there was a snippet of the score for The Mandalorian, which kind of got me thinking whether or not they were going to bring Mandalorian back into play. Sure enough, episode 5 is a Mandalorian episode, which I'm going to be honest, I was actually really excited to see. We get to see him after everything that happened during his show, or at least, first couple seasons, if anything. He is on, it starts off with him collecting a bounty, as well as using the Darksaber for this bounty. And sure enough, the planet is on, and I gotta say, I kind of cracked a joke while watching this, because the world that he's on is a ring world, and to an extent, I think the word the phrase that came out of my mouth was Microsoft's gonna sue, because it just looks like the Halo ring. I honestly, I thought that was probably the funniest thing that I could see in that whole episode. But going further, we have the leader of the Mandalore that he was a part of, as well as one other surviving member. Both also surprised when they find out that the Mandalorian, or Din, as I'm going to call him, had the Darksaber, and it kind of spirals out of control really fast when one of the members, or the other member, Vizsla, hopefully I said it correctly, challenges Mandalorian, or Mando. I'm gonna call him Mando. That's what he was called in the show. Challenges Mando to a duel to win the Darksaber, because as it was decreed in the previous seasons, the Darksaber can only be taken through combat. And sure enough, that's what they end up doing. At first, it seems like this Vizsla wins, but Mando is able to take him down, but immediately is removed from their order when it's uncovered that Mando had removed his helmet. So, kind of disgraced by his own clan, he then proceeds to take a charter to Tatooine, which there's a really funny moment where to an extent he is pulled aside when going onto the shuttle, and they're telling him to take his weapons, or to remove his weapons for the trip, and he basically tells them, I'm a Mandalore, my weapons are part of my religion, and they're like, no, sorry, we can't have you having weapons with you at this time. You need to remove them. Sure enough, he does, and the scene itself is just comedic, with him pulling out every single weapon that he has to abide to their rules. After that, he takes the shuttle going to Tatooine, where the mechanic that we saw previously in the seasons for Mandalorian apparently had, or made send a message to Mando that she could possibly have a replacement for the Razor Crest. So he goes over there to see what's going on. So first of all, she doesn't have exactly what he wanted. It's not a Razor Crest ship, but rather a in-progress rebuild of the Naboo starfighter. And to an extent, at first he's not very happy about this whole situation, but then proceeds to help her, rebuild this ship. And sure enough, they do get it fixed, and he gets to try it out. And honestly, first of all, the redesign for this, or at least their design for the Naboo starfighter, looks awesome. It really does. And he gets to test it out, flying through, the canyons in Tatooine, to taking it into outer space, and getting in trouble with the Galactic Republic when he flew too close, or he ends up flying too close to a commercial airliner, or commercial shuttle, I should say. He almost gets caught, or at least arrested, but he activates his boosters, and they aren't able to keep up with him. He does return to Tatooine to talk to the mechanic, but sure enough, the episode kind of ends with Fennec showing up, or at least wanting to talk to Mando about a possible job. And at first, Fennec is giving him money, but Mando's like, no, I don't want money. I'll do this for free. But first, I gotta see Grogu. Which, that was another thing, too, is before he was casted out, he gave, which honestly I think is a stupid decision, but then again, he was still working for the cult. They make a remark about how the Beskar spear is too dangerous for Mandos, or for Mandalorians, especially since Beskar can destroy Beskar. So he inevitably gives the Beskar spear to the armorer, and he asks the armorer to craft something for Grogu. So by the end of the episode, he basically tells Fennec, fine, I'll work for you guys, but I want to go find Grogu first. So honestly, I'm really excited to see what comes next. What happens, I don't know. All in all, I feel like it's gonna be good. So far, I've been enjoying this series thus far. But till then, though, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. I think I've said as much as I want to say. Thank you guys so much for watching. Truly appreciate it. If you guys can, please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. If you guys want to follow us on social media, links are in the description down below. As well as check out our daily content and the weekly podcast. With that being said, this is Novakast signing off. Have a good one, take care, and I will see you guys in the next video.